Video 4 is just about a few more instructions. So at this point, we've talked about a lot of things that have led up to World War I. You've also completed some other activities that have given you some background knowledge of the war. Now, I want you to continue to connect the dots and put all of these pieces together. There's some other things that we're going to receive some handouts on that we've not talked about in video format, such as women's rights, as well as the struggles for justice between minorities that existed in America, not just including African Americans, but also other ethnicities and a few other things that we need to keep in mind. Just a review. Again, what are the main causes of World War I? M-A-I-N. Remember, militarism, alliances, imperialism, nationalism. Be able to tell me what those mean. Be able to give me some type of illustration or symbol that shows me that you're thinking very critically about these complex ideas. Also, as we're leading up to World War I need you also to remember there's some issues that are going to lead the U.S. into war. The United States initially does not want to be in what they considered a European conflict. So know exactly how the U.S. becomes involved. Some other things that you need to know, just some topics that you'll need to keep in mind. Be able to tell me about the selective service. Be able to tell me how women helped the war effort. Be able to tell me what was the issue of birth and other ethnicities on U.S. soil when we're talking about going into a world war, meaning you got people in America who live here who might have some feelings and opinions about who you're going to war with because it's where they're from. Think about that. Also be able to talk about those 380 plus thousand African Americans who are going to serve in World War I, although they live in a country where they have very limited rights. I can die for my country, but I can't go into a restaurant and sit down and eat where I want to. Somebody tell me what's wrong with that. Be able to tell me about what we call the Hoover days, what happens during wartime and how resources become limited. Another word word. Tell me about scarcity, or if you come from another side of the county line, you might say scarcity. Be able to tell me what that means. Be able to tell me what happens again to industry. How does industry boom and become revived during war? Think about it. What do you need during wartime that you might not have, and you're going to have to rely on factories in order to produce it? And also tell me what's this big deal with patriotism, which becomes a very big topic during this time period. How is the government going to control criticism? There's always going to be people who say, I don't care what people do. We probably shouldn't be shooting, killing, and, blowing up people. So how is the government going to do that? Let me give you a hint. Be able to tell me something about the Espionage Act of 1917 and the Sedition Act of 1918. What's that you said? The Espionage Act of 1917 and the Sedition Act of 1918. Also keep your mind and focus on what's going to happen after the war. Be able to tell me about influenza, unemployment, and the Red Scare. What the heck is that? So all of these and others are things that I need for you to be able to tell me. Wrap your mind around it. Prove to me that you're intelligent. I look forward to seeing some great information coming from you.